Hello, mortals! This is Booktube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube, and this is a Get Ready With Me where I put on drag makeup to film videos later today. And we have Lynette and Lori. Thank you guys so much for always being here. It's always so much fun to see you. And how is your reading? And I need to decide what I'm doing today. I think I'm just going to do the purple and pink. Just because it sounds like fun. Okay, so my reading, I didn't do that much reading this week because a friend of mine was staying with us this week. It's our first friend from San Francisco to come down and stay with us. And we had a lot of fun. But that meant I didn't do that much reading. But I did get a little bit done on the Book Eaters. And on my Kindle, I'm probably about 60% into it. So I'll definitely finish it this week. But I am loving it. I love the Book Eaters. It is, I think I picked it, or when I saw it in Shelf It or Shove It, it was in the fantasy section, but I definitely think it is a horror novel with a really unique new creature, but or creatures. Oh, Laura, you're still recovering. Oh, I hope you're doing better. You get headaches. Yipes. Can you do audiobooks? Cool Gamer is here. Yay. And Sandra is here. Okay, so let's start with some purple. These eyebrows are not even, and they're a little bigger than usual, but that's fine. And then Lynette, of course, puts us all to shame. She finished 4 books, including one about Empress Matilda. Oh, and I saw, if you saw my science fiction book tag, that you were looking for the Stone Garden. And I was looking it up, and I have a feeling, because the author, like Mary Rosenblum, she was a pilot in those little airplanes, and there's a crash or something, so she suddenly died. And I see so many people, I don't really see so many people, but I hear about these celebrities who get their licenses, pilot's licenses, like John Denver and Patsy Cline was in a small aircraft crash. Just doesn't seem safe. But anyway, so I wonder if Mary Rosenblum didn't really have a good will, or the rights to her works wasn't like clear cut. So I wonder if that has something to do with why the Stone Garden was never published again. There's no ebooks about it. The only way you can get it, apparently, is as a used book. So, you finished When You Trap a Tiger and Remarkably Bright Creatures, and you started a Swedish sci-fi collection by Peter Nielsen. I don't think I've read him. Oh, and Cappuccino's here. Empress Matilda was an interesting figure. George R. did base Raina on Matilda, the Empress, not the Roald Dahl character. Okay. Oh, Lori grew up with flying small aircraft. No fear here. I guess it's just there's a lot of publicity when that thing happens. Oh my goodness! Here I am bad mouthing small airplanes, and Sandra just got her pilot license. Flying in, not as a pilot. That is fantastic, Sandra. Reread Outland by Aiden and E. Taylor because the sequel is coming out. 68% through The Vanished Birds and liking it. Yeah, I bet it was hard work. Okay, anyway. I am going to bring the purple. I wanted to bring it all the way out, so let's... mark where I want it to go. Okay. So this is powder, just powders today, no creams. So it's funny, living in Vegas, we don't usually go to the Strip. Because, you know, when you live somewhere, usually the last place you go are the tourist attractions. Like when I lived in San Francisco, I never went to Fisherman's Wharf. But anyway, so when my friend stayed over, we went to the Strip, of course. And we also did sort of touristy things that I don't think about doing, like going to Red Rock Canyon and doing some hiking. Because the Strip in Las Vegas is actually just a little teeny part of Vegas, and there's a lot of other things going on there. So that was fun. We saw 2 drag shows. One in Hamburger Mary's and one, the RuPaul Flamingo Vegas show. What else do we do? Oh, I've always wanted to do this. Las Vegas is known for their buffets, but there's this one buffet which is all you can eat lobster. And they have other things besides lobster, but it's only open on Wednesday nights when I work. So since I took off time to spend with James, we finally got to see how many lobsters I could eat. And the answer is I had 3 whole lobsters and 3 tails. And most of the meat's in the tail. So it was basically I ate 6 lobsters, which is so decadent. But it's not like something one would do every week. It's like once every couple years going to one of these. Decadent places. Okay. Outland is about some college students who invented a technology to go to a pair. Oh, this is not the Outland I was thinking of. And they panned for gold. Interesting. Huh. I'm going to have to look that up. Fit to be Read is here. Yay. Great Star Trek. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you do it. I hope the other members of the Science Fiction Alliance will think about doing it. I don't know if they really do tags, though. I was just like looking through their channels, but it was fun to do. Finally got to make my Star Trek tag. Yellowstone supervolcano erupts and they rescue as many people as they can. Dennis E. Taylor, not Aiden. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lynette. Decadent and delicious. Well, the problem is with all you can eat, at least for me, is I feel like I have to eat as much as I can or I'm not getting my money's worth. So you really do, or I really do overeat. Which, like I say, is not something I would do very often, but once in a while it's fun. Okay, so that is the map of my eyeshadow, and I want to switch to pink. Oops. Okay, you try. The Alliance talked about it a little. Maybe one or two of us will get to it. Someone else said they want to do it and doesn't have time, so he might put his answers as a community post. Well, it's exciting that you guys are just watching it, even if you don't do it. So, because I know tags aren't as popular as they once were. The one thing I liked about that tag is when I finally decided it's just going to be science fiction based. But of course, whoever does a tag can do whatever they want with it. But because most tags usually aren't genre specific. Just for the fact that it limits who's able to answer it. Oh, Stephen Donaldson, novella, and the first book by him I have read. I like Stephen Donaldson, but I know he's not for everyone. Thank you, Fit, for encouraging people. Gagging for Lit is here. I'm doing great reading a Zadie Smith book at the moment and loving it. I'm not familiar with Zadie Smith. Of course, as you know, I do pretty much just read speculative fiction. Okay, there's a pink. And I want a lighter pink or brighter pink. So let's... jump here. Okie dokie. So if you ever are in Vegas and you go to the RuPaul Vegas show, they change the cast every so often. This is the second time I saw it. And it was, if you guys are into Drag Race, I'm probably not talking to the right audience here, but it's it had Eureka O'Hara, which is cool, and Aquaria, Georges, and Derek Barry. Okay, so there's purple, pink. After the tag, I tried to think of a book for the first question, i.e. a book that is not well known. Oh, Plot on Sleepless Giant. I haven't heard that. Okay, I'm going to have to look that one up. The fantasy modern fairy tale about the giant elephant who turns the world and what happens when he stops. Oh, sort of a Terry Pratchett-esque spin. Okay. Deepen this purple. It does sound interesting. I still want to read Kylie and Kendall. You have to tell us how it is, because I don't know if I'm going to do that one. Yeah, now I'm kind of feeling guilty about recommending the Stone Garden since it's so hard to find. Okay. You haven't read it, but I'm sure it will be dire. Oh boy. So we switch to black. .95 rating on Goodreads. That it's low. Yeah, that is very low. You know what I'm thinking about stopping is doing young adult on Shelve It or Shove It. Because I haven't picked a young adult in a while, and it's just so rare that I find one I like. And also, I've noticed in young adult, when there's one popular book, there's just so many others that try to recapture the same story or something. Like, I really enjoyed The Hunger Games. I thought that was an excellent series. But then it spawned a whole bunch of other sort of these dystopian YAs. Okay, so that is the base. Might be even worse. Oh, God. First girl child. You should try a new third genre each month: plain fiction, nonfiction, or historical. Maybe. Okay, that's a good point. Thank you, Linda. I never thought of that. I might not choose them, but you might. Okay. Plain, non. Well, I might pick I probably wouldn't pick historical, but I might pick like a mystery. Oh, was it good gagging? Oh my gosh, because I saw the trailer and it was it looked kind of different. Oh my goodness. James is here. James is my visitor from San Francisco I was telling you about. Hi, James. Hi, Ingle. Hope you guys are doing well on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. Oh, the one thing I saw last night, I didn't finish the series, but I'll finish watching it, is Lockwood and Company on Netflix, which is based on sort of a lower middle grade, or a lower young adult, upper middle grade series by Jonathan Stroud. And I've read the first two books of the series, and it's feeling like this Netflix show. It's the first 2 books of the series, which are the ones I read. And I kind of have mixed feelings about it because I like the story, but it feels as though the Netflix show could have been amped up a little bit more. And they have this sort of monotone color or desaturated color to the series, which I guess makes it more of a grimdark feel. And but the big thing is the dialogue or the actors, all their voices. It could be their accent. They have this English accent that maybe I'm not familiar with, but the dialogue seems to be a little bit mushy. You know, I don't know if it's the audio or the actors or whatever. You loved it, and normally you think horror movies are so bad. I like a good horror movie. Hey, DK Moon was watching Wheel of Time live stream. What is the Wheel of Time live stream? You mean watching the series or about the life or about Wheel of Time? Serpent Queen about Catherine de Medici. Catherine de Medici. Yeah, that's the one that does the White Queen and the Red Queen, now the Serpent Queen. Okay, so I need to let me lay on some liner. That's what we need. We need some liner. Okay, Dragon Mount and Innkeeper Hatch talking about Wheel of Time. Oh, there's another Umbrella Academy. I love that show. As much as a big Star Trek fan I haven't been getting into wasn't as into the second season of Picard. I like the first season. And I actually like the Christopher Pike version or show, the Christopher Pike Paramount show. I wasn't that into Discovery beyond, I think, the second season. Okay. But the Christopher Pike one kind of reminded me of sort of the original track a little bit more in terms of format and stories. And I also like the old treks, or the treks that have sort of a utopian federation, um, like we were talking about with Prayer for a Crown Shy and Song for the Wild Built. You don't really see utopia as much. It's nice seeing the Federation as sort of an exemplar of what humanity could become. But in some of these iterations of, especially Discovery, when the Federation breaks apart or is darker, I don't know. Been curious about Lockwood Company. Noticed it. I would recommend it. See 1 or 2 episodes. See if you like it. I will definitely continue watching it. I just felt that it just didn't have, wasn't as sharp as I wished it was. I wish there was a little bit more oomph to it. The last season of both Picard and Umbrella Academy. Okay, so I should probably see Picard. Matter what I'm thinking. I mean, the actor is getting up there in age. Let's be honest. Patrick Stewart. So yeah, that's it. Strange New World. Yeah, that's it. You hated Star Trek Discovery and you haven't watched Strange New Worlds yet. DK Moon says, at least I've been doing a little reading, halfway through Durfee's books Forgetting Moon. Pretty good, but a little darker than I like at times. I haven't heard of that one. Michael Durr. You're not the only one. I've heard some other people say they weren't into Michael. Durfee's Booktube channel, and I haven't read any of his books. Huh. I should check that out. I don't know that one. Okay, so I have, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little purple on the inside. And then maybe buff it out with a little pink. Okay, now I should have figured this out before if I wanted to do what I'm going to cut the crease with. So I'm guessing I should just do pink, huh? Or yellow, or gold, or silver. Now I'm just going to cut it with pink. Okay. You might start the White Ship, which is the ship that sunk Henry I's only son on it, and quite a few members of the nobility. Oh, the strike, was it Simon Schuster strike? or is it Macmillan? Who's struck? Before I make a fool out of myself, let me look it up. Anyway, the strike is finally getting a mediator. Oops. Why did that go off? It's finally getting a mediator. It must be Macmillan. Completely wrong. It's HarperCollins. The HarperCollins strike finally get a mediator. They've been on strike for 56 days. And one of the things that the workers are asking for is a living wage in New York, because they're paying editors, like the starting editors, like $46,000 a year, which is perfectly fine in some areas, but in New York, where the apartments, a one-bedroom apartment can cost $3,000 a month or more, it's really not a living wage in New York. And I think they wanted to have the starting salary up to $50,000. But anyway, I'm glad to see that they're getting a mediator, and hopefully they'll give the workers what they deserve. Because it is hurting them. There's like agents boycotting them. They're not getting new books, all this kind of thing. Okay. Talking about Henry I. Yes, mediator. The Heir and the Spare. Oh, and then there's Prince Henry's book that's apparently the Spare, which is apparently really taking off, which I'm kind of wish it wouldn't have. Not because I have anything against reading a book about his autobiography, but because he got this enormous advance that could have gone to things like salaries for editors. But the reason I might take issue with huge advances to celebrities is because a lot of times they don't make that money back. So the publisher like spends hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on an advance to someone like, I don't know, who's that New Jersey governor, Chris Christie. They gave him a huge advance and he sold like 5,000 copies. But that money is gone. It could have gone to editors or whatnot. So I was wondering if the Spare, since it did have like a multi-million-dollar advance, if it didn't do well, it would incentivize the publishers not to keep doing that. But it's doing very well, so they're making their money back. That's kind of rambling. Hope it made sense. Okay, I'm using the wrong brush for this. Oh, but in other news, remember I was talking about Dungeons and Dragons being in a controversy because of their they were threatening to, or they were planning to undo the open gaming license that third-party creators have been using for like over 20 years. Well, and this never happens, but the Wizards of the Coast, the subsidiary of Hasbro that owns Dungeons and Dragons, has done a complete capitulation. Complete. They're not going to change the open gaming license. They're going to put their system on a Creative Commons. I mean, it's pretty huge. I mean, basically they did it because their customer base, they were losing their customer base. So, but even if their reason was financial rather than just because it's good for the community, it's such a positive development. But I didn't think that it would happen. Because Dungeons and Dragons seemed committed to revoking their open gaming license and doing something different. But I guess the calculation was for their own survival. They couldn't piss off the fans as much as they were doing. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little pink cream. This. Sick of seeing Prince Harry's face, and I never used to dislike him. Chris Christie brought, maybe that's true. Too much attention to the royals. George Santos wrote in, they could classify as fiction. George Santos is a nutcase. D&D kind of was trying to, okay, free 20-year trial is over. Yeah, they tried, but they realized that they were killing their, it was, it's a public relations nightmare. They were killing their own brand by the, at least from the reaction. Okay, this pig actually, I'm going to be covering up with the glitter pigment. I just wanted to. See if I could get it to ombre just a little bit. Okay. Now we shall see what happens. Let me put this on. Okay, this completely covered that ombre. Okay, so it's time to... Okay, what I'm going to do is you know what? I think I'm going to try to draw a white divider. And Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this pink lid was the right thing to do, but there's no going back. Okay. Book Pill, thank you. You just posted my response to your Tag in a Text post. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll definitely check that out. Book Pill is from the Science Fiction Alliance, so check it out. Found a biography about a woman pirate. Don't think I've ever read a book about piracy before. I've heard about a woman pirate, a fairly famous one, when I was in some type of spiral on the internet. Live ship traders, yep. Love that. Love. Yeah, but you're talking about real life pirates, I assume. Okay, anyway. I don't like what's going on over here. What's I thinking of? Oh, Chest of the Emerald Sea has pirates. Am I the only one that's interested in Brandon Sanderson's year? What are they calling it? Year of Sanderson? But it is allegedly the inspired by The Princess Bride, so of course it's going to be pirates in it. And I know Sanderson isn't really for everyone. No author is for everyone. Don't know about real life pirates, but I'm excited to read about the re-release of Adventures of Amina Al-Safaris by Chakraborty. Yeah, I like that author a lot. There are several real life women pirate captains. Grace O'Malley. Everyone Google that. And Bonnie as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, kind of messed that up. Okay, let's see if I can possibly clean up this. Okay. Oh boy. My writing's messed up because my dog is snoozing. Oh, well, I love that. No blood flows through the figure, but it's your dog. Oh, thank you, Cappuccino. My eyes are looking good. It's hard when being held captive. I know. Put Boutica on my list of women to read about. I'm not sure to read a biography on her or a historical novel. She's the woman in the UK with the spear. Yeah, interesting historical character. Like, you can't want to be in your arms. Okay, well, I'm going to, because I don't, how am I going to do this? I don't like, Okay, I think I'm just going to have to be satisfied with the eyes as they are now. But I do want to look at this bottom. And oh. Okay. And I think I'm going to need some blush because I forgot to put blush on. I'm going to, sorry I'm so quiet. I'm just trying to figure out this, as usual, this makeup journey. Just trying to put on some bronzer so I don't look so white, but a lot of it is just the lighting. Okay, so after all that, oh, you like the pink on the lids, and I went blurry. Well, thank you. Why am I blurry? There we go. One former cat used to always lay across your arms on the keyboard, and sometimes she would type. My current cat, Angel, she went to the laptop and she did the making bread and pulled off some of the keys. Arms are the keyboard. I've seen a lot of cats wanting to lay on the keyboard because it's warm. Also, I think it's because if you're interested in something, they feel like they want to be interested in it too, because they're missing out on something. It's a very cat thing to do. Oh, that was James Morrow. James Morrow wrote This Is the Way the World Ends. And he read a trilogy about the death of God or something about God disappearing. But he's been compared to Vonnegut. I don't think he's as good as Vonnegut, but there's not that many people that have that satirical writing style in all their works, but he is one of them. So you might want to check him out. Okay, I'm going to try to put on some of this highlighter. And he wrote that one collaboration with Turtle Dove and Cat Rambo about Trump, to Donald Trump. It looks kind of odd. Let me know if you read that one. Okay, so we're going to put on some lipstick. Oops. Oh shoot, I had this brush out. I finally found this lipstick brush I was looking for, and I've promptly lost it again. Here it is. Okay. Slaughterfell, yeah, I would recommend that one a lot, Cappuccino, if you're into books. I mean, it's really a great read. I looked up one of his, which girl was the second coming, half sister to Jesus. I mean, you might not like any of the religious undertones to his work. It still lingers in your mind. That's Slaughterhouse-Five and Cat's Cradle. Cat's Cradle is one of his more science fiction books. Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to do any Booktube videos today. I've, like I said, I was with my friend James all week. I haven't really prepared anything, and I haven't even watched the Critical Role latest episode. I have seen the cartoon. So maybe I'll just do that one video, just do the one on the cartoon. Oh, talking about sci-fi shows. I don't know if you guys get Hulu, but there is. I just started watching when James was here. There is a very interesting sci-fi show they put on, and maybe you all have already seen this. I'm late to the party, but it's called Why the Last Man, something like that. But the story of Why is a apocalyptic story, but it's about all the mammals in the world with the Y chromosome die, except for one. So it's a really interesting program. But as I was watching it, one of the creators or writers or staff writers or something is Charlie Jane Anders, who is the trans sci-fi fantasy author who is pretty well, I'm going to say critically acclaimed. I've read one of her books, All the Birds in the Sky, which I thought was excellent. And there definitely is a lot of trans representation in it because obviously trans men, or most trans men, don't have a Y chromosome. So they're some of the last men on Earth. Do at least one video or take some photos. I'll definitely take photos. If you don't follow me on Instagram, those are where my photos are. What are we talking about? Slaughterhouse-Five. Who wrote the funny books based on Norse mythology? Tom Holt. It sounds kind of familiar. I'm not sure. Thor pushing around a Coke machine, and Odin was in an old folks' home and loved. Well, I know Neil Gaiman, like American Gods. He loves the Norse mythology and has the gods in unusual roles. It is a comic book series. Oh, thank you, Cap. I wonder, did Charlie Jane Anders, did she write or was one of the creators of the comic books or just the Netflix show? Some of the parts of the books have not aged well. It was written in the 90s. Okay, so that wasn't Charlie Jane Anders because she wasn't writing back then. But I bet for the show, because they've got an author such as, keep saying her name over and over, Charlie Jane Anders, that they'll have updated the story. The novel End of Men, there was a plague that killed humans who had Y chromosomes. Yep, 90% of all males died. Only 90%. Because I believe the statistics are that only 1 in 20,000 men don't have the Y chromosome. Okay, this is... Okay, as usual, spent too much time on my lips, but there we go. So in Scotland, oh, some of the men were isolated. Okay. Some seem to have been immune. The book is mainly seen from the woman's POV, only a handful of chapters of male POV. It's mainly in Scotland. Can I remember the name? Well, you're basically talking about the end of the human race, so but anyway, if you happen to have Hulu, you might want to give it a try. I certainly don't recommend you purchase Hulu just to watch the show, but if you have it, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so how am I looking? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to. Yeah, just a little bit of. Trying to add a little bit of sparkle into this pink. Okay. Um, okay. Maybe Cheetos keeping me on track. Need to put on the eyelashes. Yeah, I just put on a little bit of glitter. I don't know if that helped or hindered. Well, it didn't hinder, but added or subtracted to the look. It's a while ago. Yeah, I don't know if I'm into, because the Hulu show went into that a lot about losing sons and husbands, and so not the happiest thing to read about. Okay. Add some eyelashes. Okay, as we know, the eyelashes pull the look together, even though they may look a little busted otherwise. Has anyone read The Female Man by Joanna Russ? Because that one's like 4 different timelines of sort of a feminist perspective, but one of them was all the men had died out, and it left a utopia of women. One timeline was there was a true war between men and women, and one was World War II never happened, so women never joined the workforce, so they were always in sort of this retrograde role. And then the 4th timeline was our timeline, and it takes place in the 70s. But that's really the not penultimate, the ultimate feminist science fiction story, I think. Okay. So the hair I pulled out was just my purple Day Midna type wig. Feel Man. It's on your TBR. Great. It's a short book, actually. It's short. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I've recommended it several times. Oops. Closing to me. I was just checking my email because I saw something popped in. But trying to up your female writers. I'll probably get to Joanna Russ sometime this year. You know, the only thing I know that she's written is A Female Man. I mean, she's probably written other things, but. Okay. Oh, let me put on the necklace first. Keeping it simple. I should redo my video on the women sci-fi authors. I don't really want to glue down the wig, so I'm just going to press it. Okay, so let's throw on some gloves, and I think we are done. Thought I grabbed a ring. No, doesn't matter. So this is the final look. Let me bring it down a little. So we did the pink and purple with purple wig. So this is it. That's what you get. Octavia Butler is amazing. Fun wig. Yeah, I like this wig. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Lori. I'll definitely photograph it. My only reading goal this year is to have a 0 book TBR for 2024 physical. That would take, yeah, you have no idea how many books Lynette has on her TBR. Have a good week, Lori. You don't own books, so you'll manage. Thank you so much for coming. I hope to be here next week. Hope to see you next week. And as usual, may all the books you read be blessed. Have a great weekend, everyone.